Hi, it's Tabitha here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about 6 different ways that you can save time as a mama. So we all wish that we had more time in our day. Most of us as moms spend our days taking care of our kids, running errands, making food, cleaning, working. We could all use more time in our day. However, a day's only got 24 hours. Why doesn't it have 25? Why doesn't it have 32? Why doesn't it have 48? I don't know. I can't tell you, and I ain't here to solve that kind of problem. But I can tell you how to save time so that you have time to do the things that you actually want to do in your day. So let's start with tip number 1 to give you more time. And that is to have a running grocery list. Okay, so you already know when you step into the grocery store and you don't have that grocery list that 1, you're going to forget things that you need when you get home, and 2, you don't really know all the things you need. So you spend way too much time walking around the grocery store trying to remember all those things that you need. So I am going to give you a tip that has literally saved me probably 30 minutes in the grocery store. And that is, I have downloaded the Walmart app on my phone. And this is not sponsored, okay? So just putting that out there. And during the week, when I realize that I'm running low on a produce, I will literally go on my Walmart app and I will add it to my cart. I'm not saying I place any orders, but I add it to my cart. And then when I go to Walmart or when I go to whatever grocery store I go to, I can just flip open my app and there are all the things that I need. And this leads very well into tip number 2, and that is to order online. So if you're really tight on time, then a very good way to save time is to simply order your groceries online. And I mean, that is one of the great perks of COVID. So many grocery stores now have this option, and so you can literally place your order and then just go pick it up, and you've just saved yourself an hour or more just with doing that. So that's great. So that's tip number 2. I also want to add to tip number 2 is it might be worth your while to get an Amazon Prime membership. So I was totally against getting an Amazon Prime membership. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm just not going to do that. When I need something, I'm going to go to the store. I don't have time to go to the store. I don't. And so with the Amazon Prime app, I literally just go on my app, I order the thing, and it ends up at my doorstep, and I'm so much happier and less stressed because I didn't have to go out and get that thing. It literally came to my doorstep. So, I mean, it's great for me. It might be great for you. Maybe it won't be. But anyway, just saying, it saved me a lot of time. Tip number 3, have a family calendar. Yeah, and a paper one that's on your fridge or wherever your family goes, and write in those general things that you do. How many times have I wasted time trying to remember what appointment went where, and I actually had to call back the place to find out, to write it on my calendar? Or I thought my husband was going to be home, but he had a hockey game that night and now he's not home, and it's causing issues in my life with plans that I had. Just write things down. Just have a calendar. It doesn't have to be super specific, but it can have like the general things that are happening that week, and it will save you time, and you get it off your brain and on a paper, so you don't have to think about it anymore. Just look at your calendar. So that's tip number 4. Tip number 5, and I struggle with this one, okay? This one's just difficult for me. But don't make plans that you can't keep. I am just brilliantly good at making plans and then the day of realizing that I double booked myself, 1, because I didn't write in my calendar, and 2, because I didn't really think about what I was agreeing to before I made the plan. So when someone wants to meet with you, or when you have something that you said yes to, just think about it before you say yes to really make sure that you can be there and that it's not going to cause issues in the rest of your life, because maybe that's not going to save you time, like physical time, but that frustration of knowing that you double booked yourself, or knowing that you don't know what to do, or that you're going to be disappointing your friend, is going to be taking up a lot of space in your brain. I don't know what that would be called, brain time? I don't know, but you know what I mean. So just be conscious when you're, agreeing to do something. Can you really do it? And if you can't, just be honest. Be like, you know what? My life's just crazy right now, and I'm afraid that if I say yes to you right now, I'm gonna have to end up calling you and saying that I can't actually make it. So I'm going to have to pass on this opportunity, or I'm going to have to pass on having coffee with you, or maybe we can book in 3 weeks from now, or a month from now, or whatever works for you. But just make sure to do that well, because that is just going to be it's just going to relieve stress on your end and on the person who you're talking to. Tip number 6, and my last tip, is if you got younger babies around the house, like I do, I've got a 22-month-old, and a 2.5-month-old, try to coordinate naps. I am attempting to get to a place where they're both napping at the same time, and that gives me like a solid hour and a half, either for myself to just take a mental break, or to do some cleaning, or some cooking, or some work. It's just great. So there you have it. Those are my 6 tips to saving you time. So what do you do to save time? Is there any tips or tricks or ideas that you have? And please let me know in the comment section below. If you like my content and want to hear more from me, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week. Bye.